So in a recently designed heater, a liquid is heated from the latent heat obtained in freezing it, which is done by adding a suitable catalyst. This freezing process can be materialized over a wide temperature range. The catalyst is added from the left and in a controlled manner. As a result, the frozen portion grows towards right at a slow constant speed v. Find an expression for temperature theta of the heater as a function of time. Latent heat of fusion is L and the data are given. So first of all, let's understand this heater. So it's written latent heat obtained in freezing it is used to heat the liquid. When we freeze a liquid, we basically extract heat out of it, and that heat is used to heat the liquid. Now, how is this possible? We are adding some catalyst which might be changing the equilibrium temperature of the solid and the liquid. So that's why it's written the freezing process can be materialized over a wide temperature range. So initially the temperature was theta I, so this was the equilibrium temperature. Now by adding the catalyst, this can shift, the equilibrium temperature can shift. Now let's look in the diagram. This is the frozen part and this is the liquid. So in small time dt, some part of the liquid will freeze and that heat will be used to increase the temperature of the entire heater. So if mark this distance as x, so this small length dx, so this part of the liquid freezes and the heat released is used to heat the entire system, entire heater. So let's write the equation. Small mass into L. This is the heat released in freezing. This will increase the temperature of the liquid as well as the frozen part. It will be mass of liquid into specific heat of liquid into dt plus mass of solid, specific heat of solid into dt. Now since density is same for both the solids and liquids, let's write the masses in terms of density. So this will be density into volume, and volume would be bh into dx. So the volume of this small shaded part will be b into h, the area of cross section, into the length dx. So bh into dx. So dm is rho bh dx into L is equal to. Now for the mass of the liquid, for this entire liquid the temperature will rise, and since thermal conductivity is very high, we are assuming, so it will increase uniformly. So we can write mass of the liquid as density into volume, and volume would be bh is the area of cross section and length is L minus x. So mass into specific of liquid is S into dt. And for the solid part, the mass would be the mass of this section. So mass of this section would be area, that is bh, into length is x. So this is the volume, density, then specific heat of frozen part, which is given n times less. So that would be 1 minus n into specific heat of liquid into dt. So this is the expression that we have got. Now look again at this equation. This part is the heat which is released in freezing this segment, small segment, and that heat is increasing the temperature of the liquid as well as the solid. And now we have to also understand that this is not a general case, because here this freezing process can be materialized over a wide temperature range. So this equilibrium temperature, the temperature at which both liquid and solid can exist, that temperature is also increased due to the catalyst. So every time this equilibrium is also maintained. Now on further solving this equation, rho bh cancels, so rho bh gets cancelled. We have dx into L is equal to S dt L minus x plus x minus eta x. So this gets cancelled. Now if we divide this equation with dt, we will have dx by dt into L is equal to S d capital T divided by dt, this is the time, into L minus eta x. Dx by dt is the rate at which this length is changing, the length of the frozen part, which is given as velocity v, which is constant. So dx by dt here can be written as v. So vl by s is equal to dt by dt into L minus eta x. And also here x can be written as v into t. Since the velocity is constant, the rate at which it is increasing, the distance x would be written as v into t. So rearranging the terms, dt divided by L minus n Vt or eta Vt, dt divided by L minus eta Vt is equal to d of capital T s divided by VL. And if we integrate these terms from 0 to t, theta initial to theta. So the integration of this part would be ln of L minus eta Vt divided by minus eta V is equal to S by VL into theta minus theta initial. Putting the limits here, taking eta V that side, so V gets effectively cancelled. So we have ln of L minus eta Vt. Lower limit, if we put it as 0, we will have ln L, and ln A minus ln B is ln A by B. So we have ln L minus eta Vt divided by L is equal to minus eta S by L theta minus theta initial. So theta is nothing but theta initial minus L by eta S ln 1 minus eta V by L into t. So this is our required result, theta as a function of time t.